Now we're going to determine if there is a statistically significant difference between this, or the price at which the client used to purchase 1 kilogram of L-arginine from these suppliers and from foreign suppliers. So we're going to compare these ones with this one that costs $4 for 1 kilogram as long as we're purchasing over 25 kgs. And we're not going to compare it to 4, we're rather going to compare it to 6.23 or this value, because I'm also accounting for shipping, storage, and insurance. So I'm going to import the necessary libraries. Let me clear the outputs. Then we're going to instruct it to read the Excel file and print the header. So here you have orders, supplies, date, price, quantity, and total. Then we're going to create a data frame for each supplier. So A will have its own data frame, B will have its own data frame, and so on. Then we're going to print all of them, that way you can see them. Here's A all the way down to H. Now we have to define what is a null hypothesis. So what we're saying is that H0s, or null hypothesis, is that the current supplier, say, price is equal to the, let's say, new supplier price, and the opposite of it is H1, which is that CSP, the previous supplier, is not equal to the new supplier price, meaning that there is a statistical significant difference between the two. Now we're gonna do is we're gonna run the test itself. We're gonna have 5% as a error margin, and we can see that based on the p-value being below the 0.05, we reject the null hypothesis. Same for all the suppliers. And now we're also going to run a test to determine if there is a possibility of committing a type 1 or type 2 error, which is the possibility of being wrong and the possibility of not being right. So let's run it. As you can see, we have a 5% chance, which is the alpha that we selected, of being wrong, and there is an 85% chance of not being right. It's a little bit high, mainly because there aren't a lot values here. We roughly have maybe 20 or 30 entries per supplier, which is very little. Alright, so now that we know that there is a statistically significant difference between the newly purchased price or the import price as well as the current one, what we're gonna do is try to ask if it's actually cheaper to purchase import ones. So it says that it's statistically smaller, and this one is the opposite, or the null hypothesis. So same as before, we're gonna run this code, and just directly based on the p-values we can directly see that they are below 0.05, and therefore we reject H0. Therefore the price is statistically lower than the current one for suppliers A, B, C, D, E, F. F is right here.